Alright, welcome back to Mass Effect. We've just finished making our Shepherd, and he looks pretty damn good, I think. He looks pretty neat. He's an infiltrator, a war hero, spacer grown up on spaceships and space stations, and his name is Alan. Like me. Confirm.
Identification confirmed.
Auto level up off, already been through all this. Now let's get started.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
Oh yeah. In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis for these incredible technology was a force that controlled the very fabric of space and time. They called the human history. They called it Mass Effect. There, I couldn't do that in time. Sorry. Now that intro, it always gives me freakish goosebumps. It always gives me goosebumps, that intro.
Arcturus Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Oh yeah. There we go.
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination.
You should see the grin on my face at this moment.
Relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Board is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
Alright, now we're into the dialogue choice conversation thing. You move the mouse around. I move the mouse to the top left, it goes there. I move it to the right, it goes there. Left, there, down, somewhere in the middle. You just point towards it and it goes there. Now this is how you choose, how you speak, how you respond in conversation. Choices on the left generally prolong the conversation. Choices on the right generally bring it to a close more quickly. So to investigate, you really want to focus with things on the left. Like there's usually an investigate in the middle, an option there for asking about a specific thing, and then a specific thing there. You go into investigate and there are more options on the left, sometimes all the way around. But basically, left, end conversation, right, left, prolong conversation, right, end conversation. Now, yeah, that is the official story, but only an idiot believes the official story. Now, this Shepherd, I'm going to be a good guy. I'm going to be I'm not going to be a hard ass. I'm going to get the job done in the best way possible. And that is, in my opinion, as a Shepard, what I'm saying is I think this Shepard is going to be easy on his crew. He's not going to drive them into the wall because that's going to be counterproductive. That's what he thinks anyway. He's going to be the friendly commander, because he's Commander Shepard. He's going to be the friendly Commander Shepard. And I'm not going to say cut the chatter because that's just mean. I wouldn't say they're overreacting either. I would agree.
They don't send Spectres on shakedown runs.
So there's more going on here than the captain's letting on.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
He just sounds slightly upset.
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
Hey, don't be hard on Joker. He's awesome. All right, let's chat to him if we can.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
Fair enough. How about you, Kaiden?
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
Yes, fair point. Now, oh right, I thought oh no, put your gun away. How do I put my guns away? I forget how to put my guns away. Okay, well that doesn't really matter. Right click as the usual zoom in and focus type thing. Space brings up this kind of pause mode where you can look around and issue commands to your crew, and I can say tell one of my crew to attack that guy and the other member to attack that person over there, and then unpause and they'll both attack simultaneously, which is good.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
It's Broccoli from the Next Generation Star Trek. Yeah, it's Broccoli.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
It's Broccoli. Yay. Yeah, I heard you arguing. What was up with that?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
Now, I love Barkley. Sorry about that. I love Barkley / Broccoli in the Next Generation. So the voice, him being here as a voice actor is excellent. But Navigator Presley here is... There's something unfortunate about him that you will see soon. Yeah, what do you mean, odd about the mission?
You think the Alliance Brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
I do agree with him. Now, we've got an investigate option on the left side, so we click on that and it gives us various things to talk about, to ask about. Yeah, let's ask him about the stealth systems.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
I do completely agree with you, Presley here. What do you mean a cover? I want to get your point of view on it.
For what?
Damned if I know, Commander. We're out here on false pretenses. I'm not a fan of being left in the dark.
I do agree. What about the captain?
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
Yeah, that is really suspicious. You really don't send soldiers like that on just a random test run. Yeah, what about the Spectre? Nihilus?
You don't trust Nihilus?
Yeah.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
This is the problem with Presley. I'm not sure what the term is. The term wouldn't be racist, because it's a different species. Speciesist? I don't know, but I'm going to say racist for the sake of convenience, but I know that's not the correct term. He's basically a bit of a racist. That was a long time ago, Presley.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board, especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command, and they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
I do agree, it is highly suspicious. So we've got a bit of his views on his view of the alien civilization we're currently a part of, and they're not good. But I'll look into it for you.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Thank you very much, Presley.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
Spy vids. Let's chat to these two.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Well, you should really relax. You shouldn't go out looking for trouble.
You need to calm down, Corporal. A good soldier stays cool, even under fire.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Now, if we answer one of those two things, it will lead towards the end of the conversation. So we're going to investigate first, and then do these, and go back out, and then say one of these two. Now, for dialogue options, the options on the top tend to be Paragon, which is the virtuous, the good options. And options on the bottom tend to be the more negative, more renegade, badass type things. Now, I'm going to be pretty mixed in terms of Paragon and Renegade. I'm going to be doing a fair few of both, because this Shepherd isn't going to take any... and he's not going to take any rubbish. So if he needs to be hard on someone, he will be hard on them without the slightest hesitation. So, I'm going to ask what they think about Nihilus.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
Wow. Okay, so he's a bit of a badass like me, then. Yeah, what about the Spectres?
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
Are there any human Spectres? That would be a good thing to know.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed? That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
Oh, well, that's a bit of a shame. So what about Eden Prime? It sounds very Garden of Eden-ish.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
That does sound pretty damn nice, I've got to admit. So, why are we going there?
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
Alright, we've been through all of these investigation options, so let's return, and it's just another mission would be a bit of a rude thing to say, really, so that's the Renegade option. So, you'll do fine, Jenkins.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
Now, we could be the hard ass and say don't play the hero, which is it's pretty good advice, but that's a bit of a bad way of saying it, really. Now, we could say there's no rush, or we could tell him to be careful. Now, the middle option is, I'm not sure how that works in terms of giving you Paragon or Renegade points, because you get points for each Paragon or Renegade action you take. And the more points you get, the more advanced Paragon or Renegade options you get unlocked. So, you want to be as focused as you can, really, to get as many dialogue options opened as possible. So I'm going to say be careful.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not going to screw this up.
Good, you better not.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Goodbye, Dr. Chakwas. I like her. She's very good. She's very nice. Have you got anything to say? Okay, you're saluting me, and you've got... I thought you had weird hair there for a second. Oh, I can't go down there. I can't explore many places yet, can I? As a matter of fact. No, I can't. Well, I guess I'll just go and see the captain. Oh, stop saluting or I'll kick you in the balls. Hello, Nihilus.
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
Talk?
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I honestly wouldn't know. I've never been there.
I've never been there.
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
Now that does sound like a... It doesn't really sound like a threat to me, to be perfectly honest. I can see where you would come from, because if you're playing a sort of racist Shepard, you might ask, is that a threat? But I want to know what he's asking.
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
Well, yeah, no, obviously. Now, I really want to do the that's obvious option, but... I think that would be a bit too rude for the Shepard.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
Now, we can tell him he should have told me, which is, it's kind of fair enough, but I suppose it's on a need-to-know basis, so... And that would be being kind of rude to my superior officer here. So, why the secrecy? We can ask that while still being pretty polite.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
Prothean?
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Now see, this investigative option on the left, why did we tell the council? That's a kind of... Why didn't we just keep this to ourselves? That's rather racist, I don't like that option. So, and I'm going to be quite honest, I'm glad we've got a bloomin' Spectre here to help. I mean, we're not going to get much better help than that.
It never hurts to have a few extra hands on board.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Well, well, well. Who saw that coming? It's not like there was any foreshadowing earlier or anything. I should have known.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
You did? That's very nice.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
So he is a good Turian then.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
Ooh.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
That should be easy enough to do, so let's... Yeah, what about the Protheans?
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
Interesting. So notice he said ruled the galaxy. So they were the overlords of the galaxy, in essence. So what about Eden Prime here?
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Yeah, it sure as hell would be. I mean, a Prothean beacon. It can't be very common uncovering things from this 50,000-year-old species who vanished 50,000 years ago. And the technology must be pretty freaking good if they because I presume they made the mass relays or something. The technology must be pretty good if they did that.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology.
Like that.
Even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Now, I've already talked about all of this, so what do you mean by the wrong hands?
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Terminus what now?
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
Wow.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
So it is a pretty damn important thing if... I think the Terminus systems will be willing to start a war just to get it. Okay, so we've spoken about all of this. I'm ready to go.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
Oh
What's
dear.
wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Oh crud.
Bring it up on screen.
Well, they have guns there.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't. Need evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
What the? What? What's that? Look up, please. Oh, there's a giant space hand. Delightful.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5.
Well.
Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold.
Well, that did
Tell
not...
Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Well, that's not a good start, is it?
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
Alright, now, I'm gonna leave this video here. Bit of a cliffhanger, I know, but it's a good point for starting on the next video where we're finally gonna get some action. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now. I will see you on Eden Prime.